Welcome back, viewers. This is Sweet Battlescars again, and I am back with another unboxing video. Today we're gonna look at the S.H.Figuarts Son Goku figure, and this is the normal version, meaning that he is not Super Saiyan. This was just released, I believe, maybe like 2 weeks ago. I always get them a little late, so basically May of this year, 2014, and I am just now doing this unboxing. And yes, he was released after the Super Saiyan version. The Super Saiyan version has been out for actually quite a long time now. So they finally gave us a regular version, just like the Vegeta as well. I have now the Super Saiyan Vegeta and the regular Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga. And of course, the regular Vegeta was released after the Super Saiyan Vegeta. So here we've got our regular or non-Super Saiyan Goku. And we're going to look at the box. It's your very simple, standard S.H.Figuarts box with a little snapshot of Goku's face on the corner, on the side there. And in the back, we've got a few poses of Goku. We've got the main pose there, another little pose on the side with his kind of funny, startled face, and just a standing pose, I guess. Got another little pose down there. And on the side, we've got another kind of full picture of the figure. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to get to unboxing this figure. I've already ripped the tape on this side. So we're going to go from this side and see what's inside. And now it is time to move my camera a bit. Alright, so here is Goku. Looking rather nice. I like the way that he looks. He's got these pieces of plastic, of course, as most S.H.Figuarts figures will come with pieces of plastic, like sometimes on the neck too, and on the arms, so that the pieces don't rub against each other and you don't scratch the paint. So here is Goku. Move the camera a little bit more. Here is the figure. The paint looks pretty nice. It looks pretty true to the manga and the anime. And we've got his iconic orange jumpsuit, or his karate suit, with his blue undershirt and his little, I don't know what this is called, like a belt, or it's not a belt, it's a cloth that he wears under, next to, around his waist, sorry. And so, the colors look pretty accurate. They look pretty close. The paint around his eyes is really good too. I sometimes get a little worried that, when you got small details like around the eyes, the paint gets a little sloppy, but as you guys can see up close, the paint is very clean and nicely done. As far as the casting goes, it is very nicely cast. You guys can see that we've got a lot of detail on his clothing, lots of wrinkles, and the light can play around with all those highlights and shadows. I really like the way they render the clothing for these figures. It's very nicely detailed, and the paint really doesn't have much highlighting and shading on it, with like a dry brush or a spraying of the paint. Most of the highlights and the shadows that you see here are just from the sculpt, from the actual figure. I do see a little bit of kind of highlighting around some of these areas, but it's very minimal. So we've got a little bit of highlighting on his skin too, on his arms and on his neck, and that's pretty much it. The paint is rather nice. Now, as far as the articulation, we're gonna go ahead and look at what we've got here. So his neck, it's on a ball joint, so his head can actually move all the way around. You can kind of force it here, whereas hair kind of hits the throat here. It's kind of weird, but again, I don't know why we want to make the head go all the way back. And then the neck is actually on another joint onto the shoulders, so you got some movement there, very limited. We go to the arms now. And of course, we've got a ball joint down there, as you guys can see. So you've got a pretty good range of motion for the arm. And of course, there's that little piece of cloth that kind of goes with it that moves around. So you got a lot of mobility. If you keep the little piece of plastic there, it goes up about that much. before you kind of start forcing it. It goes to the front about, it goes all the way around pretty much, and then back the other way. Of course, the little ball joint snaps out whenever you want to, move the arm a little more. And then it kind of snaps back in there when, the arm is kind of just static. We've got another joint right under the shoulder there for the forearm. Sorry, the upper arm where the bicep is. And it goes all the way around pretty much. So that's just a regular joint. We've got another hinge joint here for the elbow. And it goes up about that much and down and straight like so. And we've got another ball joint on the wrist. So you got a lot of motion here. Pretty good motion. On the torso, you've got just one joint on the waist there. So you go up and down about that much. Pretty good movement. And then you can go all the way around, of course. And, that's the waist. And then the legs, of course, are on ball joints as well. You guys can see there, the joint kind of snaps out. So we can get some more free movement there. And his legs will go up about that much once you snap out the joint. And back about, actually pretty far, but the joint really has to be snapped out a lot. So a lot of motion on the legs, actually on the hips. So up about that much to the side. And then we've got a hinge joint here on the legs. And wow, this is kind of weird. Okay, it's kind of hard there. The legs are kind of rubbing against each other. Those two pieces there are hitting the plastic there. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you get it just at the right angle, it kind of rubs against the plastic back there. So you have to kind of move it, and then you've got a little snap there, and his knee can bend all the way up. But I don't know if it's all figures. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way. But they are kind of rubbing in there a little bit. It's kind of weird. Yeah, they are rubbing a lot. So I guess I gotta spin the legs a little bit, move them around before I can move them. I don't know if that's part of the figure, but the plastic is rubbing there. There's a little bit of resistance. It's kind of weird. I've never seen that on any of these figures. I don't know if it's just mine. Who knows? Next stop is the ankle. Another ball joint, as you guys just saw there. It came off. So that means you got, some motion here. You can go all the way around and, pretty much move it around. And we've got another little hinge joint on the toes there. So you guys can see his boot can kind of move around. So that's it for articulation. And now let's take a look at some of the accessories. He comes with 4 different faces there. We got his, kind of mischievous, happy face, his startled, still kind of funny looking face, his angry face, this maybe his Kamehameha face, you can call it, and then his just normal happy Goku, easygoing Goku face. He's got a few sets of hands. He's got his instant transmission hand there that he uses to teleport. He's got his just, I guess, normal blast hands. This is what he would use to kind of shoot a blast. Small blast, not a Kamehameha. These hands are for the Kamehameha blast here. So you guys can see he's got... No, sorry. These are just his opposing hands when he's getting ready to fight. And he gets into his fighting pose. These are his hands that he could use to maybe shoot, kind of a bigger blast. And these down here are his Kamehameha hands. These are definitely the Kamehameha hands, as you guys can see there. Maybe we'll take these out, as we might use them for his posing here. Something very cool that I like about this figure is that it actually comes with a Kamehameha energy blast. As you guys can see here, here is this little ball of clear plastic that resembles a Kamehameha blast. And we've got these little rods here, you know, that come in the plastic box, and these will go into the sphere, and it will give us the illusion of a Kamehameha blast. So this is kind of a puzzle, I guess. You gotta kind of put it together, because these mechanical joints are kind of keys. They go into very specific spots. I think I got one there. Let's see. Got another one there. And it looks like this one goes here. Sorry, I'm taking some time to do this carefully. Got another one there. And another one there. And I'm glad that these have very specific keys, so you know exactly where they go. Different shapes. One was like kind of a half circle. This is, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the keys are very specific to each one of the parts. Yeah, there we go. Coming together now, and we've got the last one. And there we go. So, sorry it took a little long, but now we've got our Kamehameha Blast. And of course, his face switches out very easily. Just remove this strand of hair here, this piece of hair, and then you just remove the face. Take his face off. Oh, a little difficult, and it's really in there. Wow. Okay, need to remove the head entirely. Wow, his face is really in there. I guess that's good, right? Wouldn't want his face to go missing. Alright, so finally got it out. That face of his was really in there. We're gonna get his Kamehameha face. Put it in there. And finally, we've got his hair. Alright. Snap the head back into place. I hate some of these joints. They kind of they're funny. Alright, now we've got it. And this piece came off, but alright, put it back on. And now we just remove the hands. Now this video is getting kind of long now. I apologize for that. Alright. Okay. And now we've got his Kamehameha hands here. And the awesome thing about this is that the energy blast has little keyholes also for his fingers. So you don't need to really attach any other pieces to the energy blast. You can just use Goku's hands to, you know, make it go in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. As you guys can see there, they fit nicely. and then the other hand just go on it. And you know, you can play around with the poses and try to get it as close to the actual thing as possible. And kind of, you know, pose them. And one of the little things just went flying. All right. Trying to find the right angle to do this. I guess we just gotta make it work. And there it is. That more or less looks like Goku shooting a Kamehameha blast. Let's move everything out of the way so you guys can, you know, sort of get the full picture. You know, maybe his leg snapping are kind of intentional for this pose, so you guys can get the actual Kamehameha pose here. Yeah, maybe the snapping of his legs kind of help, you know, this pose. So, you know, I don't know if he's gonna be able to stand well in this pose. But I think you guys get the idea. So there is Goku. Just know that you guys can get this awesome little Kamehameha pose for this figure. Doesn't look that bad at all. So there it is. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm taking too long just trying to pose it. So I'll do that on my own time. But it's a pretty cool feature. It's a pretty cool little detail that they've added to this figure. And then just for comparison purposes, I've got my Super Saiyan Goku here. And so you guys can see that it's, you know, pretty much the same body. Of course, the only thing that's going to change is his head. And his face, basically. His hair. By head, I mean his hair. And that's pretty much it. There's obviously a big difference in color. However, there is a different Super Saiyan version of Goku with the orange suit. The orange suit, just like this one. So that one is also out there. That one's a little more rare. I think a little more difficult to come by. So now we've got the two Gokus, regular and Super Saiyan. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please feel free to comment and like if you have enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe. It does help a lot. And also post any questions you might have about the figure and any comments. I like hearing what you guys think about these figures. So again, thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next unboxing video. Thanks again.